What's up, future millionaires? I'm Mike the Investor, and I've been into the Drip Faucet for a little bit over 6 months, and I've been in the Drip Garden a little bit over 3 months. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you how much I put into the faucet and how much I put into the garden, just in case you missed the previous videos, or maybe you just forgotten. Now, before we actually dive into the faucet and the garden, I want to talk about a couple of things. Now, the first thing is I get one of the most common questions, Mike, how long do you think the Drip Faucet in particular is going to be here? Well, the honest answer is I have no idea, but the answer I can give you is going to be here for however long it's here. It's been paying 1%, hasn't had a problem paying that for almost 16 months. And with that being said, that's typically unheard of in the DeFi space. Now, one thing I do want to touch on though, as we're talking about how long Drip is going to be here, I've never mentioned that Drip is going to be here forever, because the reason why, everything has an expiration date. There's no opportunity in this world that lasts forever. And so with that being said, when you look at it from that perspective, it allows you to see opportunities a little bit different. Now, one thing I want to touch on as well is, Mike, why don't you have a buddy address down in the comments section? Well, there's actually about 4 reasons I'm going to briefly go over with you, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into today's content. Now, the first reason is number one, I didn't make Drip content to actually grow a team or get referral rewards. And number two, I actually made this content to show people that, hey, there's actually ways out here in the DeFi space to make true passive income. And number three, I didn't put a buddy address in the description because I want to show people truly that you can make it in this ecosystem without having a team. And number 4, the reason why I didn't put a buddy address in the description is when I first started my Drip content, I was only releasing weekly updates for my Patreon members, and those were the people that actually got on the team and a few family members. And I didn't want to actually dilute my team with putting my buddy address in the YouTube videos to take away from the people that was actually taking it a step further to fully support me. So those are the 4 reasons why I don't have my buddy address down in the description. But now let's go ahead and dive into the Drip Network, the faucet, and the garden. Now, as we look at the Drip price, we can see it's around $7.78, so it has pulled back a little bit under $8. Now, this price can be lower or it can be higher at the time when you see this video. As we go to the faucet here, you can see I have 1,954, a little bit over 15,000 in value, which is about $150 or $151 per day. Now, one thing I want to show you here, if we go to the Drip Network CA, you can see I joined February 24th, right? And so here's the team, here's the rewards. You can see how many rewards I sent back as well. You can see I also don't even have any more BREAP in my actual wallet as well. Now, if we head over to the Drip Faucet here, you can see February 24th was the first deposit. Here's all of my deposits as well, which gives you a total of $14,064 that I put into the Drip Faucet. Now, if we head back over to the faucet here, you can see I'm actually up, and I actually put my first investment in, if we go back to the spreadsheet here, around a $94 drip, and I've been in Drip over 6 months, as you can see here, and that's all because of compounding every day as well as dollar cost averaging. So if you look right here on the DripFi calculator, and also all the tools you're seeing in today's video, I will have it down in the description for you. Now, just putting it at an $8 drip, we know it's a little bit less than that, but as you can see, in 3 days I'm going to be over 2,000 drip, making 20 drip a day. Now, at the end of this year, you can see I'm going to be over 6,300 drip. And for my max payout day, 279 days, you can see 27,326 drip. So actually 280 days or before, 27,586 drip. So you can see I have well less than a year when I'm going to know what's going to happen with this account. And before we move forward, one thing I like about Drip is you don't have to worry about holding a crypto and waiting for it to pump, or holding it through the bear market and waiting to see if something's going to happen. Less than a year, I'm going to know, did I lose my $14,000, or did that $14,000 turn into a lot more money? Either way, I'm going to know less than a year. That's the beautiful thing about this ecosystem. But let's jump back in. Now, here's the faucet one more time, 1,954. Now let's go ahead and look at the Drip Garden. As you can see here, let's go ahead and the home, and then we're going to go back to the drip garden. So as you can see, just wanted to refresh it here. I have 2.5 LPs, 2.5 LPs, which is about $25. As you can see, I have 668,000 plants grown. If we head over to the farmer's house, I'm going to refresh this. And here you can see I am recording this Sunday night, August 28th, and you're going to be seeing this the day after. So you can see again, 668,000 plants. I have about a 0.05% pool ownership. Here's my total asset value, $2,449. You can see how much it's making per day. And if we head over to drip.formulate here, you can see making about 8.12 LPs per day. Now, if you're wondering how much I put into the garden here, don't worry. And I've showed this also in a previous video as well, but you can see first deposit was May 5th, all the way down to August 25th, which was my last deposit, which is a total of 2,500, right? So, which is purchased me a total of 464,000. So as you can see here, between the garden and this particular wallet here, I have about 16,000 of risk capital in this ecosystem. And my whole goal is, if I'm going to put risk capital into, something, I'm going to try to get the best out of that risk capital. Doesn't mean I necessarily want to lose it, but this is why I'm constantly compounding in the faucet, so I can get to that max payout day as quickly as possible, and why I'm going to do my garden strategy a little bit different. So if you missed my garden strategy for the short term, definitely check out this video here, which was the previous video I touched on. Now, let's head over to the Dune website here. Now, real quick, you can see we have 29,499 players in the garden. So getting close to 30,000 players. Now here you can see my wallet, 668,000 plants. Now let me show you something. Let's move down. Now here's the scoreboard here. Now here you can see I'm actually off the scoreboard, but you can see there are 1,067 wallets that have over 650,000 plants in their wallet, right? Out of, let's move back up, out of 1,067 out of the 29,499 players. So let's move back down. So you can see all of these people that have over 650,000 is grouped in. I'm grouped into that because you can see I have well over 650,000 now. And all of these people are compounding or DCAing, or some of them may not be DCAing, but you can see here are the value amounts of these people that are in the garden. And so I pretty much got up to the whale status, but me personally, I don't think you can really call yourself a whale in the garden until you get that 1 million plants in your garden. And once you get that 1 million plants, then I feel like you can kind of call yourself a whale. All right, so that is the 6-month and the 3-month update for the drip faucet and the drip garden. I showed you how much I put in both of those. This is risk capital, and the thing that you want to know for sure, I can lose all of this, right? But one thing that also can happen is this can make a lot of money for me as well. So it all depends on individual strategy, their risk tolerance, and kind of what they're into, right? But the main goal is just to show people that you can make money passively in the DeFi space, rather it's with the drip ecosystem or another platform. Smash the like button on your way out. Shout out to the drip community. Shout out to all the drip influencers. Shout out to the ladies of the faucet, and I will catch you all on the next one.